CA Prashant Gupta is the co-founder and CEO of Firmway, a company revolutionizing account reconciliation with cutting-edge automation, a chartered accountant by qualification and entrepreneur by passion. Mr. Prashant brings over 8 years of rich experience in the finance and audit domain. Before embarking on his entrepreneurial journey, he worked at NVC managing statutory audits, internal audits, and taxation for large listed companies, and later in an investment bank. These experiences gave him in depth knowledge of diverse business processes and honed him expertise in streamlining operations. Driven by his passion for technology, Mr. Prashant co-founded Firmway in 2016. Since then, he has donned multiple hats in steering the company from inception to serving over 950 CA firms and corporate today. Please join me in welcoming CA Prashant Gupta to share his journey and insights. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Hope I am audible. Great. So, good afternoon, everyone. It's Prashant Gupta. Thanks for the introduction. So, quickly, like mentioned, I'm a chartered accountant by qualification. And basically, I choose a different field of starting a tech-based company called Firmway. And today, we are quite successful where we work with some large groups in the industry, including, say, Mahindra Group, Tata Group, Aditya Birla Group, Fiat, etc. Multiple clients across multiple sectors. But coming to today's topic, I would like to focus on a very basic thing, that one which is a very chronic problem in the industry in terms of where we call it as revenue leakages. So as finance professionals, you would always be most up to date in terms of where are the businesses losing money, because as a business keeps growing, the business keeps losing money some places or the other, right? And today also since morning we have been hearing a lot of buzzwords in terms of AI, blockchain, ML, etc. and how can finance people can actually use these technology. So today I just wanted to speak on specific case studies in terms of how we are actually able to help finance professionals use AI in practical business scenarios with real life examples, etc. So mostly in terms of when it comes to revenue leakages, yes. The remote is not working. It will? Yeah. So when we talk about revenue leakages, these are nothing but, say, when you start dealing with, say, today you are doing 100 invoices, 1,000 invoices a month, and then gradually it starts becoming tens of thousands and lakhs of invoices. Gradually what keeps on happening as your business keeps on growing, there are a lot of, say, on the customer side, these invoices are whether they are recognized on timely basis by the customers. If they are recognized, if they are not recognized, then it leads to delay in payments. Then further, there are instances where you are doing hundreds and thousands of billing with customers, and there could be chances that some of your invoices are not being accounted, and the gaps which are there, or there are debit notes, credit notes which are raised by the customers, vendors, are not accounted on a timely basis. This can result into deductions and write-offs, bad debts for the companies. And these are normal, like 1 or 2% of your turnover generally are provided in your balance sheet as a normal loss for a company. And that is where this is, with technology, we can start increasing the profitability of the company if we are able to handle these revenue leakages and we are able to reduce this. On the vendor side, like we saw in the last session also, there are a lot of vendor invoices are not accounted on timely basis. If we see for a company with more than 3,000 crore turnover, we can see that over 120 days there would be around 40-50 crores of invoices which are not accounted, and it has been more than 120 days. So the problem statement is both on the customer side as well as the vendor side, and these are the list of challenges which companies do face. In terms of the solution to this, is a very basic solution also, where if you are able to reconcile with your customers, vendors on a monthly basis, it is going to help you identify the differences and it will help you resolve that. Because the challenge today is that the finance team is not aware that which customer has not recorded which invoice, or which vendor is invoices or debit notes are not accounted. So if this information is available on a real-time basis, or maybe at least a monthly or a quarterly basis, this is going to help solve the problem much faster than discovering that at the end of the audit or the statutory audit, or maybe 2-3 years later down in the line. The challenge is that it is easier said than done. The reconciliation is not simple. The reconciliation it has its own challenges. Like the biggest challenge is the vendor or customer does not submit their ledgers to us for us to reconcile. The second is, even if they are submitting the ledgers, they are using n number of accounting software, SAP, Oracle, Tally, ERP, etc. And these comes from different formats like PDFs, Excels, images. Then third, even if we have to reconcile, these invoice number does not match. There is date differences, there are delays, etc. So these reconciliation does not happen on a very easy basis where you apply a VLOOKUP and your entire entries are matched and your differences are highlighted. So it can sometimes take a day, 2 days to reconcile one single ledger where it runs in hundreds and thousands of entries. And today's generation does not want to do the same monotonous job, because these are entry-level jobs of reconciling ledgers, etc. And people don't want to spend time into reconciling these entries, matching the data, calling for ledgers, and following up with the parties, asking the business team to take action on it. These are nothing but monotonous tasks around it. So if you were to see the solution, if you were to do, say, manually, you are dealing with 3,000 parties, it takes almost on an average 2 man days per party. If you see, right from sending a request, following up, collecting a ledger, reconciling it, identifying the difference, following up with the business team, taking an action on those RECO items, and then again sending for a sign-off, this entire activity will take at least 2 man days per party. If you want to just reconcile once a year, it will take around 6,000 man days, which is 24 finance employees. So no finance head or the CFO is going to take a decision of doing a reconciliation with all the parties manually, because the kind of cost you will incur and the kind of benefit we will be able to see is very different, right? It is not going to make a cost benefit sense for the companies, and that is where if the process can be touchless, and if we can introduce AI and automation into this field, can it actually help solve the problem? Because the challenges which we are able to see, it is easier said than done theoretically, but can the reconciliation be actually automated to a great extent? And that is where we bring you this technology. Over last 7 years, we have been actively working towards this, and the entire process, right from your integration with your ERPs, SAP, Oracle, Navision, Microsoft, etc., Dynamics, it picks up your list of your customers, vendors, their contact details, their ledgers, etc., reaches out to the party over emails, SMS, and asks them to share their data. Now, the main area where we are able to create an impact is the engagement. So we are able to get today 47% engagement from the vendor on an average when we compare across our 500 clients we provide. So the vendors and customers, we are able to collect their ledgers. Once the ledgers are collected, the second where it helps is reading the ledgers. There is an entire library of SAP, Tally, Oracle, all the ledger formats. SAP has more than 8 ledger formats. So all the formats are synced in the system. As soon as party ledger is uploaded, it can read those ledgers and it can immediately begin the reconciliation. The third is where we use AI in doing this reconciliation. So where the practical cases, for example, your invoice numbers are not matching. There is series which are common. Some numbers are missing. You have recorded partial numbers only. So based on date, narration, invoice number, etc., it can actually try and match these entries without manual intervention. And we are able to get 90-95% matches without human intervention. So that's a great success we are able to achieve in this area. All the reconciliation you have performed would be available on the screen itself. You'll be able to see actual differences and you'll be able to allocate them to your business team and track that on a single page. So today you want to know that which customers have not accounted your invoice, what are the list of invoices, and who is the salesperson, and what action they have taken on that. Are they accounted now by the customer, or they are still not yet accounted? So whatever the case may be, you can collect the responses, have a MIS in the tool itself. And then it follows up with the customer vendor and gets a sign off. So that way the entire process is end-to-end automated. We have achieved a 90% automation in this field, and that is where we are continuously working towards making it a touchless process. In terms of quick case study, we'll be discussing, say, for example, we did this for one company where it was into consumer data. It was one of the largest company in India. And we did the entire vendor reconciliation. So earlier they have around 3,000 parties, vendors, if you were to see. They were only able to do 50 reconciliations. They had an internal team of 3 people, then they hired, then they outsourced the work, etc. But the entire challenge is the response rate and the reco and the quantity, etc. was not increasing. When we were able to deploy this solution, in 9 months, we were able to do 500 reconciliations for them. And that was a huge success, and then it is continuing for the last 4 years, where we are able to continuously increase the number of reconciliation. Today we do 1,000 reconciliation for them in a year. In terms of value wise, we are able to cover 56% of say 4,000 crore purchases they had, and these are the savings which we were able to realize in this process. We were able to identify, say, duplicate invoices which were booked by the system running from years. There were 33 lakh rupees duplicated invoices identified. There was another angle where vendors had written off the amount of around 1.3 crores. Vendor had raised a credit note, but the company has not accounted. And it is not easy for a company just to write off without any proof. So this made them connect that the vendor has raised these credit notes and you have not accounted, and which helped them to do this. Another angle was around 30 crores of invoices they had received but not accounted. It was a big number, and it had a bigger implication on the GST also, because vendor had raised these invoices, it has reached the plant, but the plant has not given it to the head office, it has not been accounted, not approved, somewhere stuck in the business process, etc. So that way there were a lot of areas we were able to identify, payments made by company not accounted by the vendors. That was also a big amount. It was lying in the suspense of the vendor, etc. So another case study which we had was in terms of where we helped, say there was a 8,000 crore chemical company which we helped, and they used to do this confirmation process with all their customers, vendors on a regular basis. But the challenge they used to face is they used to never get a response back from the party. What generally you do is you do a mass mailing. Being a, say, a business and being a finance person, you are not definitely a specialist in mass mailing. So we generally use tools like Mailmerge, etc. But what happens is if you send bulk emails, more than 10 emails, same content to different people, it lands in spam. And that is one of the major reasons why you don't get a response from the customer vendor for the ledgers. It is not that because vendors want money from you, but still they are not sharing the ledgers. It means that the communications are not reaching properly. So they used to do 1,000 confirmation. It used to take them 90 days. They used to follow up through the mails, etc. And they used to call, etc. The response rate they used to get was around 2%. Only 20 people were able, they used to get a response. And it was just a namesake process for the audit purpose, etc. And the ledger collection was again only 2 ledgers out of the 1,000 parties. And definitely they were not able to do reconciliation around it. But when we were able to provide this solution, we were able to see that in 15 days, the system sends 5 reminders every 3 days, and we were able to get 53% responses from the vendors. So that was happened without manual intervention, just using multiple technology and multiple ways in getting a vendor responses. And we were able to collect 290 ledgers for them. And we were able to reconcile the entire 290 ledgers using the technology. So that's the kind of impact we can see on ground if we are able to automate this process. Another case study was in terms of another chemical company we had where they had 20,000 vendors overall. I guess this piece is very well aware now. There is an MSME requirement where you need to identify the MSME vendors and pay them before the financial year ends. Otherwise, there is a disallowance which comes into the place, 43BH. So they, again, while sending to the vendors, they were facing a lot of challenges that vendors were not responding with the MSME certificates, the response rate was low, and they only had identified, say, out of 20,000, 1,000 vendors as MSME vendors. When we implemented this process of MSME confirmation, we were able to get 70% responses from the vendor. Almost around 14,000 vendors has responded. We were able to identify 6,000 vendors as MSME for them. Earlier, they had only 1,000 vendors as registered MSME. And we were able to identify 19% cases, 18% cases, there were deviation, like vendor told they are micro. But actually, based on government data, they were treated as small enterprise or medium enterprise. Because now government is auto-updating the MSME status based on their income tax return, GST return of the vendor directly from these platforms. So vendors are sometimes deliberately sharing the old data. Sometimes they are not, themselves not aware of this. So that is what we were able to create an impact in that case also. So this is multiple areas. So just a quick, in terms of Firmway, we started back in 2016. We are now working with more than 1,000 plus corporates. There are multiple areas we automate, say balance confirmation with customers, vendors, ledger reconciliation, 26AS reconciliations, MSME confirmations, truck off identifications. So we also have our team, a stall outside, and we have a team there. If you have any queries in terms of automation, etc., you can fairly reach out to them and understand on these areas. So this would be from my side. Would love to hear if there is any queries or maybe connect with you guys later in the session. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the wonderful insights, and I would like to call upon stage Mr. Viral Bakhara, CFO, Whitefield Foods Private Limited, to do the honors. Can we have a big round of applause?